everyone, welcome to today's lesson on foci. Hopefully you watched the 1-minute video. Um, Hopefully you watched a 1-minute video on how an ellipse is drawn. Okay, and actually let me type that up at the top. Let me actually put that in writing over here. Okay, need to watch video 1 minute video on how an ellipse is drawn first. Okay. First before this lesson. Okay, that is super important because if you don't watch that 1-minute video, this will not make sense. Okay, so watch that video. Now, a foci is basically the two toothpicks that you saw in the video. Okay, so this example that you currently see is probably more related to the 1-minute video on how to draw an ellipse because the foci are on a horizontal axis. Okay, but your foci doesn't necessarily need to be on a horizontal axis. It can also be on a vertical axis right here. Okay, these red dots. Okay, so foci is always going to be on the major axes, the longer axes. So this is longer. This vertical axis is longer than the horizontal axes. Therefore, the foci is on the vertical axis. Okay, which on the major axis, which is vertical. Okay, this major axis is horizontal. Okay. And therefore the foci is on a horizontal axis. Okay, so I want to go ahead and do this example right here where the foci is on a vertical axis. Okay, let me actually I'm gonna rewind. Let me take that back. Let's go ahead and do this one that lines up. Okay, that lines up with the example because it's horizontal. It lines up because it's horizontal with the video that you just saw, the 1-minute video. Okay, so here is your problem right here. Okay, all right, and let's get these points right here. Okay, let me delete this. Okay, and let me delete this, and let me delete this. Let's get these green dots here and the blue dots. Okay, while we're at it. Okay, those are really, really easy. Okay, so all I'm going to do is divide everything here by 64, 64, and 64. Okay, and you are therefore going to get as a reduced fraction, okay, on the left and the middle, you are going to get, well, first of all, you're going to get a 1 here. This is going to disappear. It's going to become an invisible 1. This is, whoops, this is going to disappear. And on the bottom over here, okay, you will get 16 right here and 4. Okay. Okay, so as of right now, okay, this makes perfect sense because the square root of 16 is 4. So you look at the center and you go 4 to the 4 to the right to get from black to green, and you go 4 to the left to get from black to this green. Okay, so you add 4 to the x-coordinate. -5 plus 4 is -1. Okay, -5 minus 4 is -9. And that's how you get, and the y-coordinates stay the same, 4, 4, 4. Okay, and that's how you get the two green coordinates. Okay, again, because the square root of 16 is 4. All right, let me write that down just to recap from yesterday. Okay, square root of 16. Okay, square root of 16 equals to, oh man, this thing keeps on getting, there you go, equals to 4 left, right. And here the square root of 4 equals to 2 up down. Okay, equals to 2 up down. Okay, I really should step up my color game over here. This should be in blue. This should be in green. Okay, that should be in green. Maybe I'll do that in the PDF. Okay, let's see if I could do that right now. Make this blue. You know what? I give up. Forget it. It's too much. Or what if I? Nah, yeah, it's too much. Okay, so yeah, so now we're going 2 up and down. Okay, 2 up and down from the center. Let me see if I could quickly get it done right here. Okay, I always want my colors lining up nicely over here, and this is going to be. Let me ungroup this. Let me put that as blue, and let me put that as green. Okay, now I feel better. Okay, and let's go ahead and perfect. That actually works out okay. And it was -5, 4. Ah, I see what happened. Okay, let me group that all together. And let's change this into, ungroup that. Let's change this to blue. Okay, and let's change that to green. There we go. Much better. Now I feel better. Perfect. Okay. And let me quickly change this to, what's the color I haven't used yet? Let's use purple here. Okay, divide by 64, divide by 64, divide by 64. Okay, and so that's how I got the greens, that's how I got the blues. Now, the only thing that you really need to know here is that this green line, this half of the major axes, it's the same thing as this green line, okay? I can explain that, but that's a whole separate video, but just know that these two green lines are the same thing, okay? These two green lines, once you move this green line diagonally, they're the same thing. Okay, so if this is 5 here, which it is, excuse me, not 5, if this is 4 here, this is also going to be 4. Okay? All right. So so I'm going to go ahead and take the horizontal one out and just keep the diagonal one. So this is going to be 4. Okay, remember, because the diagonal green is the same thing as the horizontal green. Okay? And this right here, okay, this is going to be 2. Okay? And this, I'm going to call it, this is the foci, okay, the length, FL. Okay? So basically we have Pythagorean theorem going on over here. This squared plus this squared will give you this squared. Okay? We're trying to find this. Okay, so guys, the big picture is that we're trying to find the coordinates of these two red dots, the foci, where the toothpicks were in the 1-minute video. We're trying to find that. That's the end goal here. Okay, and we're just going to use Pythagorean theorem over here. Okay, so we're going to get 2 squared. Okay, plus, okay, foci length squared, okay, is going to equal to 4 squared. Okay, all right, I'm just using this equation right here. Okay, this is a lot of words for basically Pythagorean theorem. And now, okay, I'm just going to use one color now just because I don't want to get too gnarly here. 4 plus FL squared equals to 16. Okay, and I'm just gonna simplify it all the way down. You minus 4 from both sides and square root it, so you get F sub L equals to root 12. Okay. Okay, and root 12 simplifies to 2 root 3. Okay, 2 root 3. Okay, so it looks like I screwed up this number here. I don't know why where I got this 21 over here. Okay, so ignore this. Let me change this. This is going to be 2 root 3. Okay, and same thing here. All right, so now because the red dots are left and right of the black dot, okay, we're going to add and subtract to the x-coordinate of the black dot. Okay, so that's how I got these two items right over here. That's how I got this and this. Okay, because I'm adding and subtracting to the x-coordinate because the reds are left and right of the black. Okay. Now in this example that you see right here, okay, then that's basically, by the way, what this says. What I just said in the past 30 seconds is summed up in this black box. Okay. Now over here is the same idea, except now, okay, it's the same idea except now we're adding whatever we get for the foci length. Okay, whatever we get for the foci length here, okay, you're going to add and subtract to the y-coordinate, okay, of the center, okay, because the red dots are up and down from the black dot, okay, and that's how I got this. As you can see, it's added and subtracted, okay, to the y-coordinate, okay, all right. So in this particular case, if you want to do this example, I'm not going to do the full example. Remember, this green line is the same as this green line. Okay? All right? So since this green line is 6, this diagonal green line is also going to be 6. So let me take that away. Okay, so this is going to be 6. Okay? So let me move this here. And let's move all this stuff to the top to create some room over here. Boom, boom. Okay. So in this case, you would do this is going to be 4 squared. Okay. Plus 4 squared plus f sub L squared equals to 6 squared. Okay, and when you get f sub L by itself, okay, you are going to get, what is this? 36 minus 16 is 20. Square root 20 becomes 2 root, okay, becomes 2 root 5. And remember, you add that to the y-coordinates, and that's how you get the foci, the coordinates of these red dots. Okay, so remember, I'm showing you how to get the coordinates of those red dots. That's the big picture. All right, last example, because I know this video is getting a little bit long here. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this right over here. Remember, co-vertices, okay, co-vertices refer to the minor axes, okay? Let me actually do this. I'm going to create a separate video, okay, for this particular problem. This particular problem only applies for 41, 43, okay? you should be able to do right now. Okay, you should be able to do right now 25, 26, 16, 18, 31, 37, and here are the directions. Okay, 41, 43, I'm going to make a separate video, okay, just because I don't want this video to get super, super long. Okay, thank you for tuning in, folks. Watch the next video, which should be super duper short. Okay, thanks.